Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and episode number 26 in the Did You Know series as we take a look at more things you might not know in WWE 2K22. Before we get to our first thing though, if you're new to the channel and you want to find out about all the lesser known things, the secrets and the Easter eggs that are contained in the game, then please do hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications as we have new episodes drop every single week. Did you know that Dominik Mysterio has a unique reversal in the corner? This one comes from Danger Mouse, who points out a unique reversal animation for Dominik, as rather than use one of the standard reversals that see the player dodge the attack or counter it with a strike, should you reverse a running corner clothesline with Dominik, then this will see him first counter the move with an evasive roll, before then following it up with a springboard DDT.
There he goes, right into the corner. Turns that back on Garza.
Did you know there's a hidden Money in the Bank entrance for Becky Lynch? This one was found by Mr. Big Showoff, who reveals the presence of a hidden Money in the Bank entrance for Becky. This new entrance sees Becky carry the briefcase down to ringside, similar to the way that she carries the title in her championship entrance, with Becky then going on to slide the case into the ring. While the animation for the entrance appears to be complete, there are a few other elements that still need some work, as the placement of the briefcase is slightly off, and there doesn't appear to be any rope movement, nor is there any animation within the crowd. Despite this, there is still a chance that we could see this entrance added to the game in a future update, or more likely, we could see it added to the series next year for 2K23. Did you know there are 3 different cutscenes that can be triggered when performing a tag team run-in? When playing a tag team match and coming out second, players have the option to perform a run-in that allows them to attack their opponents from behind and gain the upper hand, with the referee then calling for the bell to start the match once both teams enter the ring. Something you might not know though is that rather than getting to the ring and start the match, if you continue to attack your opponent on the outside of the ring, then this will lead to an alternate outcome in which a random cutscene will play, leading to the referee then calling the match off. This cutscene is the one that you'll probably see the most, as this seems to happen most often. However, there's also 2 other cutscenes that can happen randomly, as we also have a second brawling cutscene that sees one team gain the advantage and then go on to double team their opponents.
See a no contest. Twice as many superstars means twice as much aggression. I do not envy the referee here.
Depending on whereabouts you are when the cutscene triggers, this cutscene can also take place on the stage, and should you brawl with your opponent at the top of the ramp, then this will trigger this alternate version.
Hammer it away!
Along with these brawling cutscenes, there's also a third cutscene that can also be triggered, with this cutscene saying one team refused to get into the ring, with the referee then being left with no option but to call the match off.
The referee letting the teams know they need to get into the ring.
I don't know if anyone actually heard the ref, Michael.
I don't know if anyone cared, Saxton.
Did you know it's now possible to reverse Catapult finishers? Ever since the introduction of the series way back in WWE 13, Catapult finishers have always been used as a cheap way of performing your finisher without it being reversed, as the action of lifting your opponent couldn't be countered. Now though, it appears that 2K have finally addressed this issue, as should your opponent attempt a Catapult finisher by throwing you into the air, a new reversal option will now appear during the lift, which if you time it correctly, then this will see you counter the move with a jumping DDT. Did you know there's special Rivals commentary for Mr. T and Hulk Hogan? This one was suggested by several people, including Double AD, West Has Fallen and Splash Bros, who all pointed out another piece of Rivals commentary for Mr. T, as alongside the commentary included when facing off against Roddy Piper, there's also some unique commentary when facing off against his WrestleMania tag team partner, Hulk Hogan.
This is a sight we never thought we'd see. No one ever expected Mr. T and Hulk Hogan would come to blows. These men are like blood brothers.
But Byron, you have to think about all the ramifications this match holds. These are 2 men who vie for the same movies, TV shows, commercials. You can say their livelihoods are on the line.
Hogan and Mr. T, 2 inflated egos clashing. I'm just excited to see someone's big head burst.
What a major major victory for the Hulkster over Mr. T. The 24-inch pythons cannot be stopped.
Hogan proved without a shadow of a doubt that Hulkamania is the most powerful force in the universe. What a match! Hulk Hogan struck down by his former friend Mr. T. This is insanity.
No one has ever thought these two would collide, let alone the Hulkster losing to Mr. T.
Did you know that Doudrop's original Titantron can be found in creative video? Previously in the series, we covered how modders within the community had discovered that Doudrop was originally planned to appear as her NXT persona Piper Niven, as Doudrop's file name still refers to her as Piper. Now, in an update to this, Law Nerd notes that Doudrop's original Piper Niventron can still be seen in creative video, as should you take a look at the thumbnail that's used for her entrance video, the thumbnail contains a screenshot from her old NXT Tron which features the name Piper Niven. Did you know that 2K have added new retro versions of the New Day? This one comes from the Big Val Borski, who notes the addition of 3 new character models for the New Day, all of which come as part of a new pack update for MyFaction. These new models are based on the classic versions of the New Day that were featured in WWE 2K17, with each of the models featuring alternate hairstyles and facial hair. To show off a comparison, here's how Big E's current model looks alongside the classic version that was added to MyFaction, with the classic version sporting a similar hairstyle that has a straight edge rather than a fade, with the beard on the classic version also seeing a slight difference that I would argue looks a lot more realistic. Switching over to Kofi, we have a completely different hairstyle, as the classic version features Kofi with his hair tied up, with the beard on Kofi also seeing a slight change, though nothing as drastic as the hair. Lastly, we also have Xavier Woods, whose model looks completely different to the current version, as the classic version sees Woods sporting a clean shaven look with his hair also tied back. While these new versions are a great addition, as with the rest of the MyFaction content, these two are locked to that game mode, though thankfully various modders within the community have managed to upload these to community creations, where you can then download them to use in Exhibition, Universe or any of the other modes. In order to do that, all you need to do is search for New Day, which should bring up various versions of these models, with the ones that I downloaded coming from the user MuscleManInTheRing #44270. Once you have the new models downloaded, you can also edit them and set them as an alternate attire, which will then see them referred to as the official superstars rather than creations, as well as making these models available as an alternate attire option when selecting their current model. So there you go, that was more things you might not know in WWE 2K22. I hope you enjoyed it and you learned something new, and if you did, I would love it if you could drop it a like to show your support, as well as leaving a comment below to let me know what you made of today's features, and if there's any other secrets, hints or Easter eggs that you think I should cover. While you're there, if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel for more Did You Know episodes, and smack that bell notification icon so that you can be notified the second a new video drops. Until next time though, thank you so much for watching, have yourself an awesome day, and I'll catch you later.